I was completely done with my fiancé, or at least I thought I was, because for the last month, Marcus had become a total ghost in our own apartment. And this is the guy who used to blast old 90s rock while making us Sunday breakfast. But suddenly he was just totally gone. He would stare right through me at dinner, and if I reached for his hand on the couch, he would subtly pull away to grab the remote or check his phone, and the phone stuff was textbook cheating behavior. He would take calls out on the balcony in the freezing cold, and he started locking his iPad. Then last night, I caught him sitting out in his car in the driveway at 2 a.m., just staring at the steering wheel. The silence was making me crazy, and it turns you into a detective you never wanted to be. I started counting the minutes he was late from work, and I convinced myself there was someone else. So this morning, I packed a bag and sat at the kitchen table waiting for him to get out of the shower so I could tell him we were completely over. His keys were on the counter next to a crumpled manila folder spilling out of his gym bag. And I know I shouldn't have looked, but I did. Inside wasn't another woman's name. It was a massive stack of medical debt and bank notices, and right at the top was a repossession warning for my dad's auto body shop. My dad's pride and joy, the exact place that paid for my college. I stood there completely frozen as Marcus walked into the kitchen, drying his hair with a towel. He saw the papers stopped dead and just let out this deep, exhausted sigh that absolutely broke my heart. He didn't look guilty at all. He just looked tired. And then he told me the absolute truth. My dad's business had been drowning since his stroke last year, and Dad was just too proud to tell me. But he broke down and confessed everything to Marcus a month ago. Marcus didn't want me stressing out while studying for my bar exam, so for 4 straight weeks, he had been secretly working a second shift at a warehouse, liquidating his own savings account and pulling strings with a local credit union to refinance the shop's lease. Those late-night calls were just loan officers and lawyers, and the crying in the car was just pure, unadulterated exhaustion from pulling 18-hour days to save my family's legacy. He kept the distance because he knew he was a terrible liar, and he was terrified if he held me close, he would break down and ruin the surprise before the paperwork was finalized an hour ago. I had a whole speech ready about how he didn't love me anymore, but it turns out I almost walked away from the only man who loved me enough to carry my family's heaviest secrets completely alone.